Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mysterious Pal Show. My name is Chris, and thank you for being here on the first episode of the new year of 2024.
Cheers.
First, I would like to introduce a person who puts the sour and sauerkraut, my best pal, my co-host,
What does that even mean?
Jordan. Welcome, Jordan.
Hello.
Thank you for being here today.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. I want to introduce someone. This is the first for the Mysterious Pals. Someone who is one of the raddest dudes that I know.
Oh, wow.
One of
High compliments.
a very close friend who I've known for a very long time, who I'm very excited to be here. Jordan, welcome to the show again. Gotcha.
Got him.
But no, seriously, one of the raddest dudes I know. He is intimately connected to our show because he is the lead singer of the band of the introduction of the show, Dethlehem.
Yep.
And he's here as our first ever guest on our show. His name is Jeff, and I thank you for being here, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Well, thank you for having me, gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here with the pals.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
My name is Jeff. I'm your pal, like you already said. We've been friends. I've been friends with Chris since high school. I've been friends with Jordan since college.
I thought it was longer than high school for you guys.
That's Bob and the other ones.
That's
Okay.
Bob.
That's all the weirdos.
Yeah. Yeah. It was when the grades, like the different schools merged together. I met these guys.
I went to a Catholic school.
Yeah.
They went to a normal
that's
school.
right.
Yeah. I went to a normal school. That's right. A normal one. Explains a lot.
Normie.
But yeah, no, it's a pleasure to be here. My name's Jeff. Just been friends with you guys forever.
We are very happy to have you here. You are a man of many talents. You have graced us in many ways with your talent, and I am very excited to have you. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thanks.
And we are going to have a great time today because Jordan, to celebrate the new year, he is here to slap down. He's going to slap down something super fun. Hey, Jeff, did you know that Jordan's dad called him?
Oh.
I didn't really think of anything for this one.
I mean, do you usually think it?
No.
It just goes off and it just
Off
throws it out there.
kilter. Anyway, you know what? I
Cistern
remember now.
Chapel.
Jordan's dad called him once Baby New Year.
Oh, yeah. Slapped him on his bum.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably because I'm just always wear a diaper.
He's here.
Whenever.
He would fart confetti, I heard.
When he was young.
Yeah. He went to the doctors.
What are those things that you blow in at the New Year?
Noisemaker?
Yeah, noisemaker. Noisemaker. No, like it goes. Brrr.
Yeah.
Like, is that?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think they have a name.
A kazoo?
No, it does like it
Oh,
unfurls.
I know what you're talking about.
Joey Kazoos.
Yeah.
It unfurls. Yes, that's the word.
In any case, Jordan, you're gonna lead our New Year's party this evening.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to hear it. Jeff is ready to hear it. What do you got for us?
Well, I want to ask you guys a question. What's the weirdest or oddest or most terrifying weather thing that happened to you guys, like that you witnessed?
Tornado.
Were you in a tornado?
Drove past one.
All right.
What,
Okay.
you just looked at a tornado and it scared you? Yeah.
Well, no,
I
like
saw it on TV.
No, like I was in Kansas with my grandparents when I was little.
Uh-huh.
Kansas.
And there was a we have a family.
Tornado
down there.
Alley.
Tornado was down there.
Oh, well.
It came past the house, not the house, but like the town.
That's almost like it would be a disappointment if you didn't see one in Kansas.
Yeah.
I did saw it off in the distance.
I don't know, just horrible weather driving. Touring with the band. Had
Yeah.
some scary moments where a little side story with that.
We're all about that. That's
day-
pretty much the only thing the show's
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
One trip, a bunch of us were sleeping in the back, and they decided to wake me up to be like, "Look how terrible this is. We're all scared.
We're all gonna die.
now
Jeff,
you're
wake up.
scared too." And I was like, "Thanks for waking me up. I could have just stayed
Died in my
asleep."
sleep.
And then our other guitar player, he was also woken up, and he didn't care. He went back to sleep. So good for him.
Did you ever do like one of those like spinoramas in the van where like you just keep on spinning? Like on the ice or anything?
One the trailer came unhitched once. That was scary, and it sparked.
Were you on the highway?
Yeah. Anyway,
That's bad.
that's a whole story.
What?
Well,
But we all survived.
Actually, you know what? I have to ask Jeff one question because people have told me, people listen to this freaking thing, have
The
told
five
me
people.
Yeah,
Well, I'm one of them.
have
that's
told
right.
me that they like when we talk about shows we watch for some reason. A couple people. So
Yeah, Breaking Bad. I heard you got through it.
Yeah.
I got through.
Get through Better Call Saul.
I haven't started that yet.
I think I
That
might
seems
like
like
it
a
more.
lot.
Really?
I loved Better Call Saul.
Isn't it more seasons than Breaking Bad?
I don't know. I didn't finish it yet, though.
Okay.
But I loved it.
What's it about?
It's about Saul Goodman.
Before or after?
Before.
Doesn't it
But
lead,
then it- but
doesn't
then
it lead
it-
into?
It starts with after, like you see him where he is now.
Do they de-age
And
him
then
or something?
no.
Oh.
It's not like in the El Camino where Todd aged like 6 years. And,
in a matter of like simply 10 minutes.
right. There, actually saw an article online. It's like, why does he look so different? It's like, well, time passed.
Time, life.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Anyway, people like when you talk about shows.
Well, some people have told me that they like that we should just do a show about that and not talk about all this history garbage. But go ahead,
History
mystery and
garbage.
history.
No, I'm done. That's it. Better Call Saul's great.
Better
You should
Call
watch
Saul.
it.
Okay,
All right.
we'll see. As we know, I mean, as you know, if you've listened, literature is kind of not our thing.
Well,
I don't really like a lot of shows.
It's not a TV. What?
Words are not really
Names.
though.
Names, television shows, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Jordan,
All right,
hit
let's
us
do
up
this.
with this. Slap us right in the face with what you got today.
I'm going to try and paint a picture here for you guys. All right.
Okay.
It's March 3rd of 1876.
Good
Clear-
year.
clear
Good
day.
year. Yeah.
Light wind, clear day. All right. In or near the town of Olympia Springs, Kentucky. So I say in or near. There's kind of like, seems like there's confusion about if this actually happens in Olympia Springs, Kentucky. But anyways, Mrs. Crouch was on her porch of her and her husband's farm.
Mrs. Crouch.
Crouch.
What a name.
Yeah.
I already have her pictured in my head.
Yeah.
She's crouching.
She's crouching. Yeah.
She's crouching.
Oh no. Yeah.
Here's some
She
more.
looks disgusting in my brain.
It's 1800s. I think pretty much
Yeah.
that's how it goes down there.
She's dirty as shit.
I mean, they don't got showers yet. Is that when did the indoor plumbing didn't even come around until
At least not there. No, not. This is like Eastern Kentucky, so
like
I don't wanna
2006
crap
when they
on
got
Kentucky,
it down there?
but-
Yeah.
it's rural.
Kentucky sucks.
Mm.
I think Kentucky's great. I mean, it's probably fine.
She's on the porch of her and her husband's farm with her grandson Alan. She's making soap, which is what people did back then.
Maybe she
I mean,
wasn't
you gotta-
dirty then. The image
Well,
has changed.
She may be dirty pretty soon.
Oh,
It's a good thing she makes soap. Mr. Crouch claimed that sometime between the hours of 11 and 12 in the afternoon, for no more than 2 minutes, a weather event took place.
No more than 2 minutes.
No more than 2 minutes. This is no natural weather. After noticing an unusual thing fall from the sky, she asked her grandson Alan what it was. He replied, "It's snowing."
oh boy.
Now,
Wait.
Olympia Springs is in a county called Bath.
Bath County.
Oh.
Yeah.
Little-
well,
little-
then she probably showered.
Bath County making soap. All right, it's different now.
Yeah.
The name Crouch threw me off.
But I bring up the reason why it's called Bath County is
Crouch are always throw you off.
because of the irony.
Oh,
So most of what comes I got from an old article, New York Herald in like 1876, which was written 3 weeks after this happened.
And that's pretty quick because it's in Kentucky.
Kentucky, yeah.
And they're in New York.
Yeah.
And that's pretty
So,
quick.
Well, it also leads into like the fact that it kind of ends up becoming like a national story.
First, like, viral thing.
Mrs. Crouch eventually discovered that this was an unusual precipitation. Remember, it's clear, blue skies, light wind. All right.
Wait, she mean unusual as in the clouds were weird looking?
No. Unnatural precipitation.
Unnatural. You said unusual.
So it was a clear day.
Okay.
Light winds. All right.
And let's feel it. Like,
Yeah, you're on a farm
I can smell it.
yeah.
in rural Kentucky,
Smell
Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah. The
Smell the
soap.
crouch.
What did soap smell like
Smell the
back
crouch.
then?
Smell the crouch.
What did
I can smell the crouch.
soap smell
smells
back
dirty.
then? I mean, it wasn't like pig fat.
Yeah. What was? I remember.
They just jammed
It's
some
fat.
flowers in there.
'Cause I remember watching like Fight Club. They're like, it's a lot of it's fat. Like
What's
some of
the
best-
year? 18 what?
1876. So 100 years after.
I mean, it's like soap's probably like the newest technology
American
ever by then.
Revolution,
Well, I mean, when did soap come around?
No, I don't know.
Soup?
I'm not a
Soap?
I'm not
Soup?
a soapist.
A
Or
soap.
soap.
What was it? Rippers?
Yeah.
Ripperologists?
Rendered animal fat and
Yeah.
lye?
Lie. Because I remember Fight Club, they say that They would use human fat.
Do they like yell into it like, you're not good soap, but they lie
I
to
think
it?
lies used for like explosives. I could be getting that wrong. I've been getting that from Fight Club.
I'm cleaning myself with explosives?
Maybe.
I don't know if you should take all of your scientific knowledge of soap manufacturing from Fight Club.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if this is true or not.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. Okay. So throughout history, even today, there's unusual weather occurrences. Like people have reported animals raining from the sky, like fish, toads, frogs. It still happens today. People even have reported there being blood rain, like red rain falling from the sky.
Pretty metal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Who is actually doing this? Like, who is actually telling these stories? Like general news stories?
Yeah, this is stuff that still goes on
This
today.
isn't just some dude just being like,
right. And there's reasoning behind some of this stuff, but this is very different because meat was raining down.
Now, when we say meat, I need I'm gonna need you to describe it.
Paint a better picture. When I see meat, I see like pork chops.
Are we talking about packaged meat? Are we talking about like
ground beef,
like roadkill? Are we talking about hot dogs? What are we talking about?
Processed.
Yeah,
hot dogs raining.
Hot dogs, a mixture.
That'd be great.
Rip off the roof and lay in bed. Is that how that song goes?
I think it might be cool at first, and then you'd be like, okay.
Well, you get over it quickly, yeah.
Or imagine driving in that.
I have enough hot dogs.
Imagine drowning
enough hot
dogs in your tires.
Well, they'd be all like gross and stuff. It's not like you're packaging them up.
So she doesn't really give a description because she kind of freaks out.
Do you think you can drown in a hot dog?
Oh, yeah. You can drown in anything.
You can drown in anything, yeah. Suffocation,
That's a way to go.
Hot dogs.
Drown on a hot dog.
You drown in hot dogs. It wasn't the relish or the mustard or the ketchup. It was the hot dog.
Do you think your tombstone would just be like a big hot dog then?
Did you say hot dog?
Hot dog.
A hot dog.
It's hot dog.
It's sir. So she recalls when one piece fell, it made a snapping sound when it hit the ground.
So is there bones snapping? In it?
Or it's a really good hot dog and snaps.
Are we talking about a snap or are we talking about like a
snapping sound? Like a
real
like cartilage or something like that.
Okay.
After several pieces fell from the sky, she took her grandson inside and waited for her husband, who's, also her husband.
Mr.
Farmer.
Crouch.
Mr. Crouch. Apparently his name was Alan too.
What?
Alan Crouch?
Yeah.
Alan Crouch and Alan Crouch Jr. Okay.
Yeah. Waiting for her husband and her son to come home.
There's only like 6 names back then, so.
Yeah. Mrs. Crouch recalls that she feared her husband and son had been torn to pieces.
Okay.
And the wind had brought the pieces of them back home.
Gotcha. So they fell into
this is immediately what she thought. She's like, oh, they were torn to pieces. I don't know how, but wind carried them back home to me.
Wait, is this
to bury them? I guess.
Oh, maybe like farming equipment, right?
Yeah.
Is this farmers, a report from more than one person?
This is just from her.
Okay, so this is so far we're just talking about.
So far we're just talking about the Crouch,
the Crouch
crew. Yeah.
She also thought this might be some sort of miracle of God that she has yet to understand.
All you got back then.
Man.
Yeah. Living on a prayer.
Yeah.
Yep. Crouching on a prayer.
Yeah.
And that guy grew up to be Bon Jovi.
Yeah. Turns out the Crouches.
Little Billy Crouch.
Yeah.
If you look back in
their
history,
their tree is
Bon
right
Jovi.
back. It's straight down to the meat.
And I don't want to, crap on people at this time, but like they're farmers. It's rural. They probably didn't go to school. All they know is like
they're dumb. Is what you're trying to say.
It's a way of life. They go to church, and that's pretty much it. They're just trying to survive.
Every time you say that, I'm going to have to crap on whatever you're talking about. That's how I roll.
You can say that stuff.
That's how I roll podcast. Let's go.
So at one point, though, their family dog ate some of the meat.
Oh.
And then immediately got
just like
violently ill.
Okay.
Oh.
This is just wait.
So we're slowly getting to the point, or slowly getting to what this substance could be.
Wait, but is
it's a dog. You think if dog ate meat,
they
usually
can eat
it'd be
anything.
fine.
My dog eats poop all the time.
Right.
It's great.
I mean, I just got a puppy. It eats deer poop.
Yeah. Oh, the deer poop. He loves that stuff.
Does he get sick though?
Not yet.
If he eats a lot of it, he does.
I've only had him like 3 weeks.
Mine eats rocks though too, so he's kind of
yeah,
he's dumb. Anyway, great dog. He's just not very smart. Anyway, I want to know like the size of this meat. What are we talking about?
Thank you for setting this up. We're going right now.
Nice segue.
News of this quickly spread, and locals from this town, Olympia Springs, come over to the house. Harrison Gill reported seeing the chunks of meat. He saw them in the Crotch's yard and stuck to their fence. He said they were 2 by 2 inches. And one piece of meat was 4 by 4 inches, and they appeared to be fresh.
So we're not talking about like entire legs from like Jurassic Park style.
Chunks of meat.
Okay.
What appeared to be meat.
Now, when we say it was raining, then she was like, they got blown to me in the wind. Like, how are they falling like directly on her head?
Apparently, she didn't get hit by any of this
She
stuff.
didn't get hit. She just
nor did her grandson.
She was
did she see
crouching
it
on
like
the
blowing in a field, or
She
like,
said it came at like, it was raining down, but it came kind of at like a slight angle.
okay, so it fell. She saw it like come out of the sky.
Yeah, like a slight angle from the sky.
So she was like
But
crouching
again, it was
on
a clear
the
day, no clouds,
on the porch.
No meat clouds in the air.
no meat clouds, no cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
There
You
it
think
is.
that's where they got that from?
And
Oh,
that'd be funny.
We just broke this wide open.
Yeah, based on a true story.
So apparently there are 2 unidentified men who came and tried the meat themselves. So it's like,
Now, what are we
Oh,
talking
you
about?
have
They
to
just
try
like,
it.
it's like,
they just like licking it. Yeah.
they said it tasted like venison or mutton.
What's mutton?
Is it like lamb or sheep?
Why am I asking you?
Mm.
Why would I ask
Vegetarian,
you?
don't ask- I don't know.
I would ask you if I knew.
Well, you know,
I think
venison
it is. I think
What's
it
that?
is.
deer.
Yeah.
Mutton, I'm pretty sure
I
is
thought
like
venison is when they
goat,
tie.
not goat, but like
I thought venison was when they tie down
The
the little.
flesh of sheep, especially mature sheep.
I
So
thought
it's an
venison.
old sheep.
Okay.
old sheep. Like they're like, this sheep's gonna go. Let's just
This
cut it up
sheep
and call
can
it
hardly-
mutton.
Yeah.
I thought venison is when they tie down the baby like cows.
What? No, venison is deer.
That's veal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Veal. That's what I'm thinking. It's a V word. You know.
I get my V words
Yeah.
confused.
I stopped at W.
The 2 random guys, they didn't give their names apparently, or no one wanted to say who they were. They're just like, let's try this random meat in this yard.
Did they cook it?
No, they just like,
That's dumb.
They didn't invent fire yet. It's Kentucky. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, Kentucky's way behind. They're real dumb.
Man.
Still
I don't know.
real behind to this
come
day.
on. It's all right.
That's what Jordan told me before this started. Anyway,
I enjoyed my time there.
So the reason why we're crapping on Kentucky is because Jordan lived there for a bit.
Yeah. For 9 years.
Thank God he got the hell out of there.
Aw.
I mean, I'm glad he did. We would never
Yeah.
met him.
Oh, thanks.
That's what I mean.
But also, it sucks there.
Not all of it. It's like Pittsburgh. Like, you know,
How dare you?
no, but like, you know, Kentucky has Louisville, and then the rest of it's not
I
great.
have been in
Just like
Kentucky
Pittsburgh.
once, and it was actually
Pennsylvania.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I went to the Thompson House. It was awesome. It was a venue. Played a show there.
I was saying you probably forget. All right, so a trapper,
Who's trapper?
keeper.
A trapper keeper.
No, a trapper named Benjamin Franklin Ellington,
Mm-hmm.
who saw, touched, and smelt the meat, didn't taste it, believed that it was bear meat.
He touched it,
Touched it, smelt it,
licked it.
didn't lick it. He saw it, obviously.
Okay.
Saw it,
Eyes, mouth.
Touched it.
melted.
Smelt it.
Okay.
And dealt it.
He said it was bear meat.
He believed it was bear meat, which apparently is plausible because this area, Olympia Springs, or
Bears are just exploding in the sky.
Yeah.
It was flying.
All right.
their body parts are flying everywhere.
So before we get any further, I have 2 theories right
All right.
before I have any other information.
Hit it.
Theory number 1, someone shotgun blasted a bear like at an angle, like boom, like upwards, like the bear is on top, and it just
Like the bear was attacking the
it like
person.
splattered up into the air, and like
But it was
one of
like,
these.
were they like on
Or-
top of the
arched
roof of the
over-
house?
arched
though?
over
their
It's not going to go
fence?
very far.
Listen, or there were a bunch of birds carrying meat, and they couldn't hold it, dropped it. They're like trying to eat this meat.
God.
Did I figure it out? I don't think that makes sense.
Well, it's a mystery.
It's
They
gonna be
don't
a
really
short
sure.
mystery here,
Well, there
boys.
you go. Episode over. Happy New Year.
We can cut that out. Okay, keep going.
Hey, crack it, crack 'em. We got a mystery solved.
A local butcher then came by. So this is like, it's not just 1 or 2 people like looking at this stuff. Apparently there must be enough to go around for people to keep coming, like tasting it and looking at it. Which is kind
So
of gross.
it's a.
They're selling it. Sky meat. Check it
Sky
out.
meat.
So this is like a bunch of meat landed just these people's yards or in the
Just these
neighborhood.
people's yards.
So it's just at this person's yard.
Yes.
It wasn't Mrs. Crotch out there just throwing meat everywhere. Like, look, meat shower.
No.
He said Mrs. Crotch.
Mrs.
Not-
Crotch.
What was her name?
Crouch.
Mrs. Crouch. Understandable.
What's the difference?
Quite a bit.
Butcher by the name of LG I don't know if it's Frisbee or Frisbee.
Frisbee. I like it
Frisbee
better.
said he tasted the meat at the farm in the presence of witnesses. He stated that he chewed up the meat but spit it out because it's gross. He claimed it looked like mutton.
A little crotchety taste to it.
Its scent was something that he never smelled before. Its texture was tender like veal or lamb. Here you go, veal.
Okay.
That's the baby cows.
Yeah.
Seems really mean.
Well, it is.
All right, so what do you guys think this substance actually is?
Well, it's definitely meat.
It's definitely meat. Okay.
It's definitely meat?
I think it's meat.
So all right. What do you think it is?
I would think it was like, I guess it has to be meat, right? What else?
Because everyone said it has like a flesh color. Everyone's like, oh, that's definitely this kind of type of animal, or this type of animal. It tastes like this type of animal.
I would expect it to be meat, but I wouldn't expect it to come from the sky.
Okay, so if you think it's meat, how do you think it got there?
I would think they're just trying to spread it everywhere.
What? Who's they?
So
the crotches.
I was gonna bring this up.
Oh, the crotches want notoriety.
Crotches,
yeah, they're trying to be like, look at our meat
crotches.
So and
that's what they're called.
The crotches, and because they're crotchety.
Bob Scratchit. What's that guy? Bob, guy from the Christmas.
What?
Oh, Christmas Carol.
Scrooge?
Yeah. Charles Dickens.
Yeah,
Charles
my mom's
Dickens.
Be so mad. I don't know.
Is that guy?
Yeah, Bob Cratchit.
Bob Cratchit.
Wasn't it Tiny Tim's dad? That Tiny Tim?
Was he the guy? Please, so I have some more.
No. No.
He was the guy on the crutches.
Yeah, Tiny Tim. But his dad, I think his dad was. Oh no, it was
what
Bob,
Muppet was
Bob
he?
Cratchit was the partner of Scrooge.
Was it Kermit Frog's?
Yeah.
Was it Kermit Frog's little brother or little kid?
Kermit Frog. Yeah, Kermit Frog was. What's his name in that movie? In the Christmas Carol.
I think it's Jonathan.
JTT.
Jonathan the Frog.
Jimothy.
Okay, so meat in the yard.
So you guys think there's a good chance it's meat?
How much yard is this covering?
I mean, it sounds like
it's a farm. Meat. They're out like,
is the meat all over the plants and stuff?
So like this is in their backyard. It's in the grass. It's on the fence. There's blood on the fence. If it's meat, how did it get there? And where the hell did it come from?
You just took a bucket from the thing. It was like
one of their farming machines ran over a bunch of raccoons or something.
There you go.
And then a bunch of birds.
I don't think they had farm machines.
They had farm
like
machines back then.
They might have.
Like
they had
that.
something.
They had something, yeah.
I fit
Whatever.
stuff.
Some weird serial killer guy ran them over then with like a push
Jack
mower.
the Ripper.
Yeah.
Mrs. Crotch is Jack the Ripper.
Mrs. Crotch.
I've run over small animals in a tractor and they shoot out pretty damn far.
Oh, that'd be awful.
That's horrible.
Did you hear about that story about that lady who like I guess she wasn't a lady. I guess she was a
I
lady.
heard this one. Yeah.
What?
I heard that.
I don't know.
It's like
she was sleeping.
I heard about the lady. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about it.
She was sleeping in a field. Some guy like that works for the public works. She was like in a state park or something. He just ran her over with like a big tractor and like just chewed her up.
Cool.
And it probably was the same thing. And he's like,
that
look, it's
movie,
raining meat.
It's like Sinister, that movie.
Oh God,
Never saw it.
The
Remember that
lawnmowers.
That's a scene. Everyone go watch that one.
Yeah,
Wait, is that where the guy lays down in front of it and runs him over with
He like tied up a kid and ran over with a lawnmower. Anyway, Happy New Year.
Wait, I'm talking about the scene where they're like all laying down and like the lawnmower is running over all of them.
No, Sinister? You said you haven't seen it. It's like the dude who like hides in paintings and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of the other one with
There's that like
M.
pool
Night
scene too?
Shyamalan.
Oh wait, what?
Shyamalan one.
One more?
Yeah, like the one guy's all confused the entire time with the burger joint. Wahlburger.
Oh,
What?
The Happening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
They're
just
like
the plants.
yeah.
But like
the
the lawnmower
plants.
runs
Like a lot
them
of his
over.
movies are really good, and you're just like, come on, it's the plants.
I mean, you know,
What else was it going to be?
true.
I don't know.
Didn't he have a resurgence recently?
Yeah,
M. Night Shyamalan.
he did that.
Shyamalan. M.
He
Night
did that
Shyamalan.
one movie with like a family goes to a cabin. These people break in, and they're like, you all have to kill each other in order for the apocalypse not to happen, or something like that. Did you guys see that one? Dave Bautista's in it.
Oh, I love Batista. I'll have to watch it.
It was pretty good.
He's great.
But they ended up being like the kind of like the Four Horsemen.
What?
I'd probably spoilers.
Don't watch the Batista movie. We already know what happened.
So meat showers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, everybody. Meat showers.
Okay, so you think it came from a tractor equipment?
I think that something got mutilated and birds tried to pick it up.
There you go. All right.
But a lot of birds, like enough, like are we just talking about?
Yeah, I mean,
like 3
ravens
pieces
and crows and stuff, right? Don't they eat?
But
meat?
yeah, scavengers. But like, is it just like a 5 pieces of meat, or is it like an entire backyard?
Apparently, it's enough for random strangers to come up and start eating this stuff.
Okay,
But it's small pieces.
Here's my new theory.
All right.
Initially, a
Hit me.
bird drops like 1 raccoon.
Hey, this guy even listen to the show. We don't have theories yet, dog.
No, I asked what you guys thought
And
it
then,
was.
he's asking me,
Yeah.
Chris. Initially, it's 1, and then the crotches are like,
Like you just call them the crotch.
they're like, we can make money off of this.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
thinking
getting
too.
attention. I'm just a
Yeah.
crotch in the woods.
I'm thinking it's the
So,
crotches.
I was going to bring this up later. Apparently, some people thought that the crotches, Mr. and Mrs. Crotch, were
Wait, is it crotch or crouch?
I just like we call them crotch. Let's
They're the
ride
crotches.
with
That's
that.
fine.
Apparently, they were feuding over selling the farm or keeping the farm.
Ooh.
Apparently, Mrs. Crotch
They're trying to up the
wanted
property
to
value.
sell it, but her husband was against selling it. So she's like, "I'm going to make this thing happen and
Ooh.
drive him to get out of there."
Ooh,
Oh,
so it might
and
not be
maybe
natural.
raise the price
Right.
because free meat.
Or
from
just
the
like
sky.
Or lower the price
We need
'cause
to
it rains
we need to
meat.
leave because like this is
like
a
it's
bad
haunted.
omen or like God saying we
God.
gotta leave or like
Okay, back to them being dumb. But smart of the crotch lady to do that.
yeah.
If she
But
was.
but in the
So
same
the ladies are smart in Kentucky, just not the men.
in
What
the
you're trying to say.
same New York Herald article, that the reporter brings this up and the husband's like, "No, I want to leave too. We can't do this right now." So that's kind
not
of
enough meat yet.
that kind of gets put to bed. So again, this reporter talks to a bunch of people who live in this town. Most of them kind of believe.
Is this reporter reporting like just as it happened, or is it like years?
I think
later?
it's like a week
Okay.
or 2 later. But
Years
it gets
later.
published like
Okay.
3 weeks
I
later.
don't know if it's like someone that comes back and tells the
yeah,
story.
fair.
So it's kind of funny because the reporter talks about like multiple people. Multiple people are like, yeah, like they're good Christian people. They wouldn't do anything like this. Most people kind of believe it. But in the descriptions of like the reporter gives descriptions of people,
Yes.
give them like
Yes.
give them their names, physical descriptions, occupations, and then be like kind of like they seem kind of dumb. Like they'll be like, this person doesn't seem very intelligent.
The New Yorker. What do you expect?
But like I don't like that he does, but like in this article, we'll put this in like the link.
To the article.
Yeah, he's just like very thorough, like question, the person gives answer, and like I don't trust. Like it's like it's pretty funny because like this person,
He's actually
it's so many
reporting.
words, it's actual reporting, but like it's of the time. But like this person was Irish, so
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait
That
a
makes
minute.
sense.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
or this person
That makes sense.
This person looked like this person looks like they doesn't have a very high IQ. Not necessarily in this case, but like I've
It's
seen
like the red
a lot
hair
of,
just made him just seem not.
I've seen this a lot of this in the time. Like they're like this person's of this
Okay.
descent, so we can't really trust them. They'll say it in so many words.
I got you.
It's kind of acceptable to be anti-Irish at some point, anti-Semitic at some point. But you get a little taste of that in this.
Gotcha.
So it's,
I mean, that's the
Gotcha.
1800s. That was like the entire thing. Right?
yeah, I mean, people were like, "All these foreigners are coming to our country,"
Said the foreigner.
and that's never happened again.
Tale as old as time.
But the very end, of the article, it's a very long article. The very end, it's very small what he writes as theories by some that locals have, and it's kind of like he doesn't even get the person's names or how they look. So I think it's almost comes off he's just brushing this off, these theories.
was the meat still around when this guy showed up?
No.
Oh, well.
Oh, so this is like a temporary thing.
Yeah.
How long did it last? Do we know?
It said like 2 minutes.
I mean like at like total. Did it do it again?
No, didn't do it again.
Oh, okay.
This is
all
one
right.
instance.
And it's only one adult witness who saw this happen.
Okay.
Mrs. Crotch
Isn't
and her
this
grandson.
Crotch.
and a grandson, little
Yeah,
crotch.
Yeah, little
baby
crotchy.
crotch.
Baby crotch out there.
Oh.
So again,
Yes.
these are the only people that saw this happen. Now the people saw the meat, but no one actually saw it raining over the crotch farm. Raining meat in the crotch. So- Okay, so the reporter kind of leaves these two theories, and again, it's very succinct. It almost seems as he's like kind of like shrugs it off, like there's no possible way. First one local theorized that the meat fell from a passing balloonist, like in a hot air balloon.
oh,
Nice.
like I'm trying to make it around the world.
Yeah.
This meat's gone bad.
This meat's gone bad.
We should buy a Mysterious Pals balloon and just dump meat out of buckets.
Oh.
Like to lucky
No,
few.
You just needed a Mysterious Pals drone.
Yeah.
Not a balloon.
Yeah, we probably die in a balloon.
I wouldn't want to go in a hot air balloon. I had a chance to go in a hot air balloon once.
No. That
I
would be
didn't
terrible.
do it. So the way my dad said, because this is where we worked for a big company, the way my dad set it up.
Big balloon company.
So in Kentucky, when I lived in Kentucky, when I lived in Louisville.
Not much to do out there.
They said balloon and
they do these big.
Trying to go balloon, son?
And throw some meat.
Yeah.
Throw some
recreate
roadkill.
it every year. To this day, the reenactment.
So before the Kentucky Derby, they do this month-long
Civil War reenactments and meat raining.
They do this month-long like events. They do a big fireworks show. They do the thing called
raining of meat.
This great balloon race.
Oh,
so this company they work for, they had their own balloon, and like, you guys want to go up? And they're like, I was like, I don't want to go up.
They had their own balloon,
but like we were all kind of like thinking about it, and the guy was like, yeah, this guy kind of has heart problems. He's like.
How much could a balloon cost?
I was like, why would you tell us to do this? This guy has heart
you
problems.
Do this? This guy might die and you'll be stuck up there.
I don't think so. In Kentucky, are you saying that
like we were able to go because like my dad worked for the company? Like
okay,
normies couldn't go.
Normies couldn't go. Yeah.
Okay.
But like saying like, oh, we got a balloon. This company has a balloon. It's like, is that like saying this company has like a private jet?
But it's like a race. It's like your company has like
it's a big race.
Seats.
Great.
Oh, it's like a Formula like a Formula One car.
Yeah.
Or like a horse and. Did they have a horse in the Kentucky Derby?
Nah, maybe. I don't know.
It drops the horses like.
Yeah, I was like, I would never like. Especially guys with heart problems. Why would I go up there?
Yeah. Also, why don't you get a new guy?
Yeah, right.
This guy needs to be
get
done.
A new guy, exactly.
Trying to win this race or what?
It's not like people are clamoring to be balloonists. Who's going to school to be a balloonist?
But apparently,
go to school to that?
Apparently, back then, like balloonists were a thing. Like, it was like, oh, look at this fun.
Was that really what they were called? Balloonists.
Balloonists. Yeah.
And what else are they gonna do?
It's not like they're like tied to a chair, like and like filling up their own balloons with. But there's like hot air balloon. They're called
definitely
balloonists.
did that.
Gotcha, dude. What if it was somebody murdered someone, took them up into the balloon, chopped them up? It was just like,
oh yeah.
Did they chop them up in the balloon, like on the way up,
I don't know.
or did they chop them up?
Maybe
prior?
yeah. It was a murder of passion in the moment as they were going up in the balloon. Yeah. Oh,
that's a lot of work though.
Oh, not a lot of
hot
hot
they
air
had
up
chainsaws
there,
and stuff back then. I don't think.
Apparently also someone thought there was a like these two brothers had a knife fight.
Nice.
And one of them exploded.
And like a twister or like a
what?
A twister.
A knife fight and a tornado?
Wait, and like a twister or a tornado.
Oh, I love
theories
this.
Or like the
No, this is just like what people who live in this area. There's reporters reporting. These are like kind of blow off things, like I was saying. This wasn't in it, but this is in a different article I saw. But I may as well bring it up now. Like, there's two brothers who are feuding. They got a knife fight. That twister happened. Their chunks flew into the yard.
They continued fighting in the tornado. Yeah. That's awesome. That's the one I want to believe.
And maybe use human flesh.
Yeah.
In the yard, not like from a deer animal or old goat or anything like that.
Not a mutton.
Yeah.
No mutton.
So the other one, and again, this is kind of a brush off. Someone else didn't report. The reporter didn't give the person's name, but and this kind of goes with what Jeff was saying. Another was that buzzards, after eating too much, took flight and regurgitated their food while flying over the farm.
Regurgitated. So was the meat? What was the consistency? Did it look regurgitated?
It wasn't such a thing. It's not. You're not look. They weren't. It wasn't like a whole like foot. Like it was. You could tell there's no skin or hair, or like fur on it.
Right.
It was just like meat,
fat, like
fatty meat. It was red.
Did you ever see that video?
Got dark
of that,
over time, but
did you see that video of that
blood.
Like that hyena eating that like big elephant's butt?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I've seen that one.
We gotta watch that later.
All right.
It's pretty gross. But I had no notes.
But it's interesting.
What?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Link in
it's kind of like
description.
seen as like a blow off in this paper.
Just like the hyena eating it. Okay.
So again, as I mentioned earlier, throughout history, even today, like these strange weather occurrences happen where there's like fish falling from the sky, toads, frogs, blood rain.
Did this all happen in that town?
No.
This is the only thing that happened in that town.
This is the only thing that happened in town. It's a small, like, little town.
I guess another question is, has it ever rained meat anywhere else?
It did.
Oh, all right.
I think it was in like London or something like that.
The London meat rain.
Yeah.
Was that also
that was after this? But I think it was like
copycat.
Might have been in the city.
copycat. Okay, yeah. That's a classic balloonist copycat in London.
1800s balloonist.
But yeah, like as far as with like the animals, like it's been theorized, like there are theories that seem more rational, like animals, like full animals, like fish, toads and stuff like that. There could be bad weather, strong winds that can like cause these animals to like get blown over to like a place where there might not have been bad weather in that specific spot where they fell.
Okay, so wait.
Yeah.
So they
I've
could
heard
be
of like raining frogs, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't heard.
they could be like in the pond, like a hurricane or tornado or a water spout could like pick them up and launch them
You and me
to
with
another
them,
to another spot where in that particular spot there might not have been bad weather there.
These are all common theories. This is where we're at the common theory section.
This as far as like aquatic life.
Okay.
Not actual meat falling from the sky, like chunks of meat.
There's no reason it couldn't pick up, like it's picking up frogs and it pick up like some mice or something.
Yeah. And then like the blood rain, logical theory for that, or I'm not a scientist, but I've read some of the stuff saying like it'd be something in the soil that ends up in the air and then it rains like that red color and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not really.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Again, this is all, so I mean, not saying these are answers to those particular cases, but they're plausible because this is like chunks of ununiform meat falling from the sky, like flesh.
Did they say if it was like kind of rancid or like, because buzzards usually pick it after it's been dead.
Yeah, so a lot of people are just like, there's a bad taste. They didn't even swallow. They're like, this tastes odd. Again, it just drives my nuts. Drives my nuts.
Drives his nuts.
Drives me nuts. That like it's crazy. People just randomly show up and like, I'll try this meat. And this poor boy is like, oh, it's snowing. There's like meat, like
but this is
flesh and blood falling down. It's a good thing they make soap, I guess.
This is Kentucky farmland. What else are they gonna do? This is the greatest things to happen in this town.
Yeah, I guess they're just bored.
Yeah, so I mean, like nothing else happens.
You just farm and
go to church, farm, go to church, rain meat.
Yeah.
So 3 months later, after the event, Leopold Brandeis was given a sample of mystery meat, discovered that mystery meat was not meat, but a type of cyanobacteria called nostoc. Nostoc?
So it's bacteria.
This organism swells into a jelly-like mass when it rains.
So wait, was this a jello-like thing or was it actual meat?
Leading people to believe it fell from the sky. But they say when it rains, something like this happens. It didn't rain there.
Okay.
Brandeis identified it as Nostoc cranium, describing it as a flesh-colored, although it resembles the color of seaweed. So the coloring would have been wrong for this guy saying it is. And the fact that he's saying this can happen when it rains, it didn't rain. Like I said, it was a clear day, very little wind. According
to the crotch.
Yeah, the crotch, yeah.
I mean, she saw it fall from the sky.
Right. And the most townspeople were like, yeah, it didn't actually rain. This Nostoc cranium is once thought to be hail. It had nicknames like Star Jelly and Witch's Butter.
Witch's Butter.
Witch's
Perfect.
Butter.
I had some of that in college. It was delicious.
So with the human like knife fight thing, the brothers' knife fight.
That's my favorite one.
Another scientist discovered that meat contained lung tissue either from a horse or a human infant.
What?
Wow.
Why is it one of those things?
Knife fight?
Yeah, baby knife fight.
So wait, how was there a crossover between those two?
What do you mean?
A horse or a baby?
I have no idea.
They're very similar.
Lung tissue. I don't know.
Okay.
So then what I'm about to go talk about comes from a Scientific American article. Other samples of the meat were given to seven scientists. So like multiple samples of meat are given to people. So I feel like it would have been a decent amount.
They're just passing this meat around.
I mean, I don't know how much they would.
Yeah,
was
it
sample they would need.
Yeah, was it after this guy chewed on it and was like, gross?
He spit it in their hand.
Yeah, here you go.
Other samples were given to 7 different scientists. 2 were identified as lung tissue, 3 as muscular tissue, and 2 were reported to consist of cartilage.
I mean, it makes sense that it'd be parts of if it's that makes sense. It's stuff and it's a meat in a body.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever body it is, but like they couldn't determine who or what it
came
was
from. Yeah. Maybe an infant or a horse.
Yeah.
Someone didn't want their baby.
Yeah. They threw it.
They took a balloon ride in the air.
Just
fed it to a horse.
But luckily, a tornado was passing by where 2 brothers had a knife fight.
Tornado.
We were having a knife fight, and the baby got stuck in.
There it is. Yep.
Solved.
I like it.
Then you got a Dr. Louis Kastenbein.
Dr. Louis.
He proposed a theory in the Louisville Medical News in 1876, suggesting that the most plausible explanation for the shower meat. After quaffing a sample of meat, Kastenbein ignited it and noted it had a distinct odor resembling rancid mutton. Again, mutton again.
What year was that?
1876. 1876. Same year this all happened.
Okay. So the meat's still around.
Yeah. Like people are like scientists are getting these chunks of meat.
Gathering it. Yeah.
It's like national news, and like the scientific community is like, oh, what is this? Because it's never something like this has never happened before.
Wait,
He said-
this is like it's never happened before?
Yeah.
It only happened after, again, in London. Were you paying
Like
attention?
somewhere in Europe. I think it was like London. Yeah. Thanks, Jeff.
Well, you said frogs and stuff like.
Yeah, but like actual chunks of meat,
Okay.
with like no skin or anything on it. Like this is big. So Cassenbein suggests that the unusual shower resulted from vultures regurgitating both as a swift means of escape and as a defense strategy in response to threats.
Oh, so they were like eating something. Like, oh,
And they're like eating. They're like, we got to get the hell out of here, and like they're like needed in order to keep flight. They had to like regurgitate their food because they were too heavy and full.
Oh, but they were
Vultures disgorging at a great height, with the particles dispersed by the prevailing wind, would cause such a meat shower. And there are vultures in Kentucky.
Yeah, but they got up far enough and then regurgitated.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they've done it to just take off?
oh, you know,
It's
sometimes
a
you're like,
forested
oh,
area. It's a forested area around her, so there would have been vultures there.
You know, you got that little.
But if they're
slide.
if they used that to like get away quickly, wouldn't they have done it originally and then?
Maybe.
I mean, they
yeah,
probably
I don't
didn't
know.
want to throw. They're probably like, I want to eat.
They might have not been able to
nourished.
keep flight, so they're like, oh, we got to get rid of some of this.
Going
Maybe.
down and then
yeah.
Or maybe
barf.
they just were so scared they threw up.
And then Casablanca argued that this is
The
this theory.
balloonist flew by him, was like,
Yeah, the balloonist scared.
hit him with a
them.
knife and was like, I'm going to get you.
That's
And
what
then,
happened.
Stab. He argued that this theory is the only explanation for the diverse tissues found, including muscular, connective, fatty, and structureless types of meat. Like the variety of like what rained down.
Well, they're chopping up someone in the air.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
it could have been, it doesn't, I mean, necessarily, that's not the only thing.
right.
Who were did any of the balloonists get questioned around there? Was anyone missing?
I just picture like these balloonists having like those like funny goggles on and like
Yeah.
just being very like eccentric people, just like odd, like a
hot out,
Howard
they're wearing-
Hughes type.
Okay.
It's like
they're like wearing a thing.
yeah,
It's hot out.
like keeping jars of urine in their balloon.
balloon.
with them. Yeah. And
Is that what you
rancid meat.
did in Kentucky when you lived down there?
No, I never went up there. We had an outhouse. All right, so some of this meat was taken and preserved, is now at Transylvania University.
What? We can still see it?
Wait, in Transylvania?
It's in Lexington, Kentucky. There's a
Okay.
Transylvania University. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
It's
What
in
a
a jar.
disappointment.
in a jar, like preserved in like some kind of liquid.
Wait, I feel like eventually you guys should do like a road trip to look at stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also because, and they got this from an article.
We're going to Bethlehem's next tour.
Oh, yeah.
Just ride along so we can get there.
There you go. Got to pay gas money.
So this comes from an Atlas Obscure article. A professor of art at this Transylvania University in Lexington, Kentucky, found the jar with the meat in it. He's like, "What the hell is this?" And he ended up reading up about it, figured out what it was. It was apparently just in like a closet that he was cleaning out.
The meat closet.
Yeah, the meat closet. So our professor Kurt Goad, or Goad, Gohde, he took a sample of this meat, was able to get
Ate it.
the taste of it extracted and placed into thousands of jelly beans for flavoring.
Can you still buy these?
He still has them.
Wait, he just kept them? That's a little weird.
In 2007,
Oh, okay.
he took the jelly beans to Court Days in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Apparently, this is like a big event in eastern Kentucky. Mount Sterling is about 20 miles from Olympia Springs, where this all originally happened. 36 miles from Lexington, where the school is. But Court Days is this big like event, like a kind of like a fair. Like 200,000 people go to this thing. Apparently,
Huh.
like vendors go there from all over the state.
Like a county fair type
County
of
fair,
thing?
yeah, but like it's just like art vendors will go there, food vendors, all this stuff. And like 200,000 people go there for this weekend. So
A lot of
he
people.
brought the jelly beans there and were giving them to people to see what they tasted like. Because he was like, maybe this can help
These taste like
help decipher by, you know, and most people said that it would help like getting that big of like I don't know what you call it in science, like
Sample.
sample size.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, you know, and then this is Kentucky, so like I've tasted roadkill.
Wow. Way to treat Kentucky poorly,
Whoa.
Jordan. Wow. What's
The
wrong with
truth
It was a
yeah,
joke.
Wow.
truth comes out
So some
about
people-
Kentucky, am I right?
People said it tasted like Kentucky. People said it tastes like raw bacon. Others said it tastes like a strawberry pork chop.
A strawberry pork chop?
He tried it himself, of course. It tasted vile, like heavily sugared bacon with a metallic aftertaste.
I mean, it's been boiled and stuff. It's put in a jelly bean.
It's been in a jar forever, too.
Probably in something that's not supposed to be eaten.
I mean, probably not.
Nope. Good for that guy, though.
Yeah.
Tricked him.
Got him.
That's all I got.
So this is a meat shower in Kentucky. And it's only 1 yard.
Only in the crotches yard.
In the late 1800s.
One adult witnessed it, one child.
And it was a quick thing.
What was the area of coverage, I guess? Did we ever get that?
Just a yard. I don't know the full size, but
Gotcha.
But it was a clear day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clear day, light wind. She's on her porch making soap. Grandson was there.
Baby crotch.
Baby Alan Crotch.
Yeah.
Baby Crotch Jr. And it's apparently just started raining down chunks of meat.
Didn't see anything in the sky. Did she look up?
No, I was like, well, would she have seen these vultures or buzzards maybe?
Or balloonists?
But again, it came on an angle.
Brothers
It came on like
fighting
an
in a tornado?
angle. So maybe like as the vultures were passing, they're regurgitating. So it's like falling on an angle.
It would have to have been real high up. But, you know.
Yeah,
what's around her? Is this like a neighborhood?
She's on a farm, but there's like Olympia Springs isn't like not a neighbor like today, like you're not in the suburbs, but but surrounding that Olympia not Springs, Olympia Falls or Springs, Falls or Springs, it's a like forested area. So there would be like bears, like this one trapper suggested. There would be vultures.
But my whole thing is like, why was it only in their yard? Was it like anywhere else in the surrounding area?
Nope, just the yard.
So how is it not her throwing a bucket of
a chum?
There was one person in the article I found who was just like,
chumming up the yard.
The lady was just like, that was interviewed. I didn't see the article I was reading, but I read something else where a lady was like, yeah, I don't believe her.
She's a notorious liar of the crotch.
So the
liar of the crotch.
Crotch liars.
So the birds could have been a thing, but they're also on record trying to get rid of this house.
That was a rumor. But
so
then
she threw it in the yard to scare her husband.
But when the reporter came, their husband was like, no, I do want to leave. We're just waiting for the right time. Because they're one of their
sons. Right now is it?
One of their sons lived in Indiana, and they wanted to go and move and live with him on his farm. So the husband didn't deny that, or denied it. He was like, no, I do.
So these people
want
are trying to get out of Kentucky.
Yeah, they want to leave.
Was there like insurance back then? Were they trying to like
meat rain insurance?
Yeah, hey,
I don't think so.
This place is raining meat.
Mines of science and meat rain.
Yeah. I don't know if that falls under natural disaster.
Like a spot in your yard filled with meat? No, I don't think so. That's a disaster. It's a disaster.
But is there records of it? Like, did it hit the house, or was it just in their backyard?
I didn't see anything about it hitting the house or anything. I didn't see anything about it hitting the house.
How was it so perfectly hitting their backyard? That seems fishy.
Well, we also need to know like how big is their yard? Where did it spread?
Yeah, the dispersion.
It was just I don't know. It was just in the yard. I don't know.
They're in a farm, so the yard could be like big as hell.
Yeah,
acreage.
But like I guess like their farm, like what they were farming or the crops weren't in that backyard.
Okay, yeah.
But again, I don't know the dimensions of it.
Right.
So I know that doesn't help,
but it was enough that like people tried it.
Yeah.
People saved it.
But at most, like there was only 2 by 2 inches.
Was the biggest
Nothing
piece.
was bigger
4
than
by 4
4
was the biggest piece, yeah. I don't know. Again, I don't know how much like there was getting passed around to these scientists, and so there would have been enough.
The vomit, like,
yeah, there would have been enough.
The bird vomit.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like a scientist, if it's still around, a scientist in 2007, you said.
Yeah, this is
Has anyone examined it more? He just extracted the flavor. What a weird thing to do.
He's an art professor.
I'm just gonna extract the flavor.
I wonder what it tastes like.
He's an art professor, and so he found a place in Cincinnati that could do this for him.
The Cincinnati Flavor Extraction Company .com.
You haven't seen anything current as far as scientists dissecting it or checking it out.
I mean, you would think they would do that.
Yeah, try to figure out what kind of animal it is.
It's been 140 years,
right? Like
something like that.
They should be able to check like DNA testing or anything. It's crazy.
I think this is the one that could be solved, but people were just like, nah.
They're lazy.
The bird thing does seem the
bird thing does make sense.
More so than like a knife fight between two brothers and a twister.
The knife fight is the coolest one.
Yeah, right.
It probably didn't happen. The bird thing makes sense.
Because they eat all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Vultures.
And the lady trying to like do something to get out of there kind of makes sense, but like it doesn't really like her husband was like, yeah, I do. Maybe she just didn't talk to her husband. I don't know.
But the infant thing part of that's kind of weird. Like the one scientist was like,
lungs. Yeah, but that was an 1800 scientist.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they could have just been again a balloonist,
or Vulture just ate the remains of a baby. I don't know.
I mean, there wasn't a lot going on back then.
Oh yeah, maybe she like accidentally let a different baby crotch die.
Get rid of it. Just threw it at the vultures.
Leave
like, here you go.
Leave it in the field for a little bit. Oh God, what's this weird meat mass?
So I think Jeff, you're going with it was probably vultures.
It was. I mean, I guess
that seemed the most plausible.
I think the most plausible is like the vultures, or she was trying to do something weird and it got out of control.
That's what I'm going with. That she did this,
or the little grandson killed some people. It was just like
baby crotch.
Yeah, baby crotch. Because I don't know the kid's age.
And Walter Collins.
Oh, he said it was a baby.
No, it said her grandson. You said baby crotch.
We said baby crotch.
I don't know how, because again, it's 1876, so like they're grandparents, but they could have been like 30. True. Or they could have been like 60, so I don't know how old this grandkid would have been. Maybe the kid was in a knife fight.
Did anyone talk to the kid?
Not that I saw.
Well, then he was a baby.
You think?
Why would you not talk to him?
Or
but didn't he answer questions? Or didn't he say...
See?
Oh, he was just there.
He's just like, goo goo gaga, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Change me.
Change me.
There's meat in his diaper.
Yeah. Ooh.
He's a cannibal.
What do you think it was?
Well, maybe they were cannibals. Maybe they were just eating people.
Well, they wouldn't waste it.
Well, maybe they're like, how do we get out of this?
Yeah, they're about to get discovered, and they're like, throw meat everywhere.
It's Kentucky, though. It seems like you do whatever the hell you want out
guys
there.
are trying to get out of here. See ya.
What do you think, Jordan?
From what I found, it seemed like what I gave you guys, the most plausible seemed like it could be the vulture thing. Like they freaked out, regurgitated their food. Just like, sorry.
Balloonist blew past them.
Vomiting on your yard.
Vultures, like, there's several of them, right? They're like in packs, I guess.
Yeah.
It would have to have been a couple birds. It couldn't have just been like one.
What's that? What's it? A murder of vulture? What's that?
Murder ravens or something like that? Something
murder
cool.
is the crows, like group of crows, yeah.
So what's a vulture?
I don't know.
A crotch of vultures.
The crotches.
Yeah.
A crotch of vultures.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah, sounds good.
I want to try one of those jelly beans though.
No.
No.
I did try beer flavored ones the other day, though. They were pretty good.
Is it Jelly Belly?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
came in a can.
Some crazy
they have
flavors,
meat
man.
ones.
Yeah, they do.
Meat flavors.
I'm sure they have a bacon one.
Yeah, of course.
I think the whole bacon craze a couple years ago.
Bacon craze.
Everything's bacon.
All right. Well, I think it was the old lady. That's what I'm saying.
I think she's just throwing meat.
I think she's trying to pull some shenanigans.
Where do you think she got the meat from then?
Like, because the leftover food from dinner.
She had a kid.
A whole bucket full of meat. You figure every day they're eating meat, and she's probably chopping it up, got it at the butcher.
Yeah, I also don't know what kind of farm they have either.
Yeah.
It could have been like an animal farm.
I'm sure if you're living on a farm back in the 1800s, you're getting everything from the farm. So you have pigs and cows that you're slaughtering.
Yeah.
Chickens. You're growing food. Like, you're not doing everything.
Yeah.
Because you have to survive.
Living off the land, yeah.
It's not like you're, going to the store every day. Like these lazy people nowadays. Modern society. No.
But I guess back then were people questioning things? Like, because she thought like maybe my husband and son got injured and like their remains were thrown into my yard. Maybe by God. Like,
God exploded my family.
Bury your family.
Yeah, if it was a clear day, I guess if it was a clear day, it wouldn't have been a lightning strike and just blew the person up.
Yeah.
Neighbor got blown up.
Maybe there's a landmine.
Yeah, but like back to like the farm equipment thing. Like, I don't know. I know they weren't using like things like we're using now, but
I mean, I don't think the combustion engine was around back then.
No, it wasn't. But like, could there have been some sort of accident?
He's like just turning it really fast, and someone got sucked in.
There could have been an accident, and that's their way out, right?
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I don't want to go to jail.
But the husband and son were still alive though, so
they're still alive to this day.
Yeah. They ate all that meat and they gave them. It was like manna from the gods. They just lived on forever.
Are there any? Is the crotch lineage still around though? For real? That might be worth looking.
They got so messed up they couldn't breathe, like because it was just too much of a black spot on the family.
The family name.
Yeah. Do you think they're like
also,
family?
She just been like drunk off moonshine too, man. Like moonshine was a big thing.
True. She could have just been like, tripping.
Yeah.
You think like the family crest is like a piece of meat?
Chunk of meat.
Yeah.
There's baby Alan.
Baby crotch Allen.
Papa crotch, mama crotch, boy crotch,
Meat crotch.
Just meat.
And that's how we got Jordan.
It turns out
He moved here.
his dad called him Baby Crotch.
Baby crotch. Baby crotch Jr. hanging hard.
Ah, there it is.
Well, Jordan, thank you for the story.
Yeah.
I don't really think we have any answers.
We got some good
We got
theories.
most
As
plausible.
always, we got answers, but
It's plausible.
we
I
won't
think
know.
we could legitimately get answers if there's a scientist listening to this.
Well, I understand why that professor didn't just go to the other biology professor like, hey man, can you just text, what is this?
Oh
They're
yeah.
probably like,
Yeah.
no, get out of here,
I'm
weirdo.
gonna do an art installation
I
with
found
this.
this jar.
Make some jelly beans.
Yeah.
I think it's cool though. Like these, just like
He wasted this like proof of what we could figure out what it actually is. He wasted answers.
It's real cool.
It's real
He's
cool
just
that he just,
extracted
like,
the
said-
flavor from this.
He wasted the answer to this question. Yeah, it's real cool of him.
Real awesome.
all in the name of art. He's just like
You said
screw
it's
it.
still around though, right?
Yeah, he still has jelly beans. There's
Yeah, but jelly beans,
the
like,
meat's still there.
Yeah, they just extracted the flavor somehow.
Yeah.
With the flavor extractor.
so this dude just has
With
the
the
meat.
flavor, there's a machine called Flavor Extractor 2000.
They took it to Willy Wonka and he
Yeah.
was just like, I got it.
Okay, so
I get it.
we got nothing, as always.
Yep.
Jeff,
Aliens.
thank you for being here.
Sure thing. Thanks.
These Yetis.
You are
Add a lot of spice to it, I think.
you added a lot of
a lot of little quips.
I think you added a lot of answers that are otherwise
Oh.
gone unanswered.
I don't what?
I mean, you said the bird thing. Like right
That's
off the
true.
bat.
That's what I'm saying. You're bringing a lot to the table here.
Coming in
Your
hot.
analytical
Coming in hot.
mind
Those vultures came in
Yeah.
hot.
with barf. Apparently.
Yeah, barfing hot.
I think it was
I just
mom.
wish I could see that little kid being like, "It's snowing."
I
Just
think
literally-
it was I think she
Ah.
as the people were testing the meat, like they're like, "Oh, this is meat," and she's kicking this bucket over, like, "Oh yeah," and just like I think she just threw a bucket of meat out there. She might have been drunk. She might have been bored.
Maybe she spilled a bucket of meat and was like, "Oh no, dinner's ruined.
yeah.
I was
She
just
didn't
gonna
want
beat
to
the
get
crap
yeah,
out of
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What can I do?
Ah,
Ow, fiddlesticks."
baby Alan.
All right. Thank you everybody for being here. Jordan, thank you for the story.
Sure, yeah.
It was
How'd you
it was,
find this?
Chris told me about it.
Yeah.
How did you find it?
I was afraid to Google it because I was like, "This does not sound Google
Google
search
it.
safe."
You know, do you know
I was
the
like, "Did you get an incognito mode to search this?"
you know there's a lot, there's a limit on how many like tabs you can have open on your phone's browser?
No,
I
I
do.
try not to test that.
I do. It's 500, so if anybody wants to know. You can have 500 tabs open before it starts shutting them.
How did you count them?
It tells you.
Oh, all right.
You have 500 windows open on your phone.
500 browser tabs.
Oh, he's saving a lot of things.
Yeah. And the Kentucky Meat Shower was one of them.
All right,
And my
Okay.
research, my cursory research.
nice.
A lot of other things too, I'm sure.
Thank you for being here, Jeff. It's great to have you. As always, we are
Let's check out these
grateful.
tabs.
We are
Yeah.
grateful to have you. You know,
Show everyone the tabs
Yeah.
you have open.
Put
We
the
go through
tab-
all
no,
500.
they're all.
Post
I,
all the
all.
links in the.
I actually closed them
notes.
recently because I figured out you can have different sections now. Anyway, Jordan, thank you for the story. Thank you for being here
Thanks for the
again.
suggestion.
Everybody out there,
Thanks to Jeff,
thanks for Jeff.
Cream Team,
Hey,
Dethlehem.
Cream Team. Oh yeah, Jeff, why don't you tell us where you're at?
I'm here. What do you mean?
Where's all your social? What do you
Oh,
What do you
it's
got?
fine.
Plug
Yeah,
it.
so I'm in the band Dethlehem. You can check us out.
Links in the description
Plug.
and
Sure.
episode description.
Plug.
I also stream with a member of Dethlehem. Also,
Plug.
these guys are
Plug
on
it.
it. on
Plug
it
it.
sometimes too. Cream Team on Twitch. You can check that out too. That is 18 plus though. Just be warned. Called the Cream Team.
I feel like it's fair.
Put it
for the
together.
name of it.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here
Thanks
again.
for giving us your music.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah. Hey,
thank
you're
you.
welcome.
Intro and outro music by
Yeah.
Dethlehem. Please check them out in the link below.
Oh yeah, they're sponsors.
I guess
We're
so.
still waiting for that check.
Oh. Wait a minute.
You signed.
Yeah, you signed that
it
thing, man, in blood.
Oh.
in weird gelatinous blood.
Or
that we
gelatinous
turned
blood that
into-
might be horse.
We should make
or
our
infant.
own jelly beans.
Mysterious jelly beans.
Serious jelly
There you
beans.
go.
There you go.
They're all
You just take random jelly beans and put them in a bag and
That's
serve
true.
them serious jelly beans.
Wait a minute.
We don't know the flavor.
Cut that out.
Sorry,
cut
yeah.
that out. Cut that out.
Cut that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hey, if anybody out there wants to help us out, they can subscribe on YouTube or go ahead and follow us on your whatever podcast platform you're using. And on social media, we have Instagram, Facebook is at Mysterious Pals, Twitter, X. I don't think we're using that much, but that's at Mysterious
still put stuff on there.
Pals. Yeah. Okay, underscore Pals. Underscore. Yeah, Mysterious underscore Pals. MysteriousPals.com will link you to everything. And our email address, if you have any ideas for episodes, if it's any indication, maybe we're already scraping the bottom of the barrel, but it's mysteriousPals@gmail.com for now. And again, thank you, Jeff, for being here. And Jordan, thank you for being here.
Yep.
And we will see you next week. Jordan, what do we say? As always,
stay mysterious.
Stay mysterious.
Do it, Jeff.
Stay mysterious.
Good night.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, by the way.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Cheers.
Cheers it up.
Hey.
Like I said, I wanted to get
cheers, you idiots, you
a
dumb
balloon
idiots.
drop, but I wanted to like meet. It didn't work out. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you again. See you next week.
Stay in hell.